Alrighty, hey. It's me. I'm your nose neighbor lady. Y'all know I don't got no life or nothing to do. Hopefully this year I find one. We'll see how that goes. Y'all know I'm a weirdo. Anyway, while I was being nosy and y'all was being my neighbors and staying beautiful and wonderful you, what happened was, key tip of the day, they say eyebrows are sisters and not twins. But every time my hair started growing back, I always like, oh, I'm just tired of that eyebrow. It's a girl that's trending. She's a black woman. They're saying she catfished a man on a date. And I saw this on Twitter a few days ago, but I saw the pictures. I didn't really zoom in or zone in because I'm kind of following some people who got me in the real ratchets and trenches on Twitter. So I'm like, I got to get out of here. How do I get out? So, whatever. Catfishing problems. And was she catfishing? And you all know the video. Y'all seen the video. Y'all know the pics. But it's like, don't y'all FaceTime before dates? It's so weird being an older person and you think that we would have all this technology and people actually use it. Even when I'm online or dating, or every time I went on a date, or every time I wanted to talk, I always had a requirement to FaceTime. I always want to FaceTime and see who I'm talking to make sure they know what they're getting and I know what I'm getting. And then a lot of people's like, why don't you have body pics on your profile? Which it seems like a given. This woman is a black woman. She has beautiful features. Just heavy set. She's heavy set. We're not going to act like heavy set women can't get dates. Not going to act like plus size women can't get dates. If you all want to hold on to that notion, that's your free will to be a victim or have an excuse to why stuff is not working out for you. There are guys who date heavy guys. And it's just like, for me, the curse and the blessing of black women going viral, putting her business on the internet, and the obsession with black women and dating right now, and that, of course, you never know when you're going to go viral and how it's going to backfire. And I'm just sorry that people bullying her, but it's also, for me, a self-awareness of sorts. Because when you're a woman, that's why men don't like makeup. That's why men don't like hair, because any woman can look so different without makeup. Any woman can look so different without hair. She wore her natural hair. I'm not against natural hair. We're doing the natural hair right now a little bit in another way. So I just think that if you're a woman and you're aligned, some people say the pictures were old. I don't think the pictures were old because she looked like her pictures. She just was, somebody called it tucking her neck or tucking her chin. And you know, it's all about the angles online. And I just feel like, to alleviate all this pain, why didn't they FaceTime? But then I also feel like, if they went on a date and he stayed, why did he stay on a date if he wasn't attracted to her or didn't like her? Was he planning to use her in some type of way, or did he still have a plan to keep her in his back seat to see if he can get some money out of her, or if he had a plan to make her into a 3 a.m. call for the physical and lead her on? We know that a lot of men use women for housing and clothing and free sex, you know what I'm saying, just being real. But and then I also made me think about the phenomenon of all this dating advice and how women have no self-awareness. Like, even I'm like, of course I don't have to get best dating advice. We talk about all kind of stuff, but I give you little stuff that I know. And yes, I'm a 3-time baby mom and all that. Still learned something while I was here. Still try to give you a genuinely honest perspective about things. Did I make the best choice in my life? Duh, no. But I'm still a woman who never want to get married, never been a desire of mine. Is it because I have 3 children? Maybe. Is it because I never seen it in my life? Maybe. Is it because men get on my nerves? Very much so. Very much so. I don't think a man will complete me. He can compliment me. He can help me. He can take me out, but I don't think he'll complete me. I'm pretty complete. I feel like a completion project. Well, whatever. In the holes and inconsistencies that I am, that is nosy, I enjoy it. But some people just want to insinuate like them pictures was old. She looked it so different. She did not look that different. Her facial features was the same. I can't say she was heavier because it just would have been the angles. But then I also feel like she did a good move when she said she ain't had no money. Some people like, you should always bring money on a date. That could have just been a lie for her to not have to pay for it, which y'all need to learn. With all y'all good honest, got to pay for dates. ASS. That was a good date. I mean, that was a good tip on the date. Should she get a man? Because he like asked for the cash app or something, half. Telling her she need to pay him. She don't need to pay him nothing. He got tricked. She got tricked. Everybody got tricked. So, welcome to the world, because if she was prettier or as pretty as her pictures or whatever, he still was going to try to use her for her body. Still was going to try to exploit her time. It's not like he was really going to pay. He probably really didn't have a plan to pay, because I don't know who stay on a date with somebody they don't want to be on no date with. And like one man did say, even though he's stupid, look at me, even though he's stupid, because it's a man, no. But he was like, let us see him. What is he hiding? What's his tea? You know what I'm saying? Which I feel like I want to know what's his tea too. And not like she was nice looking on her pictures. She's a beautiful lady. You know, could she have done her hair? Of course. Could she have put her makeup on? Of course. You know what I'm saying? But that accept me natural, who I am, that women have, I think that's good for some women and works for some women. I think on first dates, you're supposed to look your best. You always put your best foot forward, because it's the first impressions. Even when you go to a job interview, you put your best foot forward. They met on Black, which is a dating app. I've heard of it, but you know I'm not Black dating. So you will not catch me there. But I just feel like one girl had an interesting analysis of it, and she said she don't know if she's reaching, but she feel like she was on the autism spectrum, and how, you know, in social situations, people with autism or Asperger's can't read the room, can't navigate relationships and social situations or romantic things, because they're not good at communicating with others and taking physical social cues, which is everybody in the world today. So, but it could have been possible, because the lady admitted that she was on the autism spectrum, and how in Black women it's often goes undiagnosed or ignored, or people tell you okay, ain't nothing wrong with you, but really just being funny, which is what I did. You okay, ain't nothing wrong with you. No, it's just a society now where people don't know how to communicate, don't read social cues, don't understand personal space. Nobody says what they mean, nobody mean what they say, nobody's authentic. We just kind of really live in that society now. But it's just like, some people call it filter fish, and the filters was misleading, but those were her eyes. Her face did look slimmer, but I just think that's the angles. We all do that angle where you put up here to see your breasts and your boob and your butt at the same time, and you're like, you know, so we've all done that. We all do that. And I just feel like, was he trying to use, I feel like he was really trying to use her for the date and the money, and figure he'll eat anyway, because how you see with somebody you don't want? If you don't like somebody, y'all meet up, it's okay, that's what's up. Because even back in the day when I used to be on the chat line, if you meet somebody like, hey, I don't think this is going anywhere, I just wanted to see how you looked, on a ride by or something, which I've done before, like getting off of work, like, you know what, I'll see you. I guess it would be equivalent to meeting for a coffee date now, or meeting for ice cream, which some people think is dates or not dates. I just think, y'all know ain't no good. Y'all know ain't no good. Like this video if you can. The likes are needed. Why do I say that before I say something mean? Or after I say something mean? It don't matter. Black women don't go on dates. So that's why every time somebody do a date or talk about a date, it just go everywhere, because Black women's standard expectations and boundaries are low, and then Black men just ain't got it. They unemployed. So, but some people do have jobs, so you can beg and plead and beg and plead and beg and plead and see what you can get. But I just feel like, was she lashing, and what that say, girl? I hate when I write something and can't read it. But I just think it's good for people in real, that's what I was saying, with the dating advice everywhere and here and there and everywhere. You have to see what works for you. What one girl pull off, you might not be able to pull off, and you don't know if you could pull it off or not until you try it. I think that's that no self-awareness. I think that even how girls say, oh, you look at her like this, or look like this and do your lips. Ooh, and then, oh. Like even me, I'm goofy. It don't matter how cute I am, I'm goofy. So it's going to be weird for me doing this and stuff. I'm gonna feel weird. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna feel weird. You know, women kind of sometimes talk about men like they're really slow, which they are, but they're not just total idiots. They've been on this earth learning stuff just like we have. And if you think you're gonna fake and finesse a man out of this, that, and this and that, and get this, that, and other without practice or without really learning the craft, and then too having a look. Are there men? There are men who are gonna spend money on certain women. Yes. Are there men who are gonna not spend money on other women's? Yes. Like it's your what you're bringing. What you're bringing. What about you? You know. I think that oftentimes as women, and especially black women, with us idolizing and adoring other races of girl content, we look at other people who don't look nothing like us and then think that we can do what they do and it's going to work on particularly a king, because how can you do what another girl do and his preference is this girl, and he might have did that for this biracial girl maybe, but really the streets say they not getting none either but single motherhood. But if he did, you don't possess her whiteness. Now one part of me say, why is you trying? The new part of me say, girl, you can waste all the years of your life if you want to. That's your business, not mine. But I can speak on it. Some people call it fat fishing. I thought that was kind of clever. Some people call it dog fishing. And I just think that depend on how you feel your best. Even when they say what you should do with your hair. Should you do men like this hair, that hair? You know, with them saying they don't like hair, lashes, and weaves. And then what do? Go be with somebody with hair, lashes, and weaves. Like, I don't ever think you should ever listen to a man about the way you look or how you should look unless y'all in love already in a relationship or something. And even then, depending on what he's saying. But I've never been with men or in relationship with men or was dating men where they were just like, you should do this or you should do that or you should do this. One time I had on an outfit and my kids' dad was like, but this is when we was friends before we had kids. Long time. I was like 18 or something. He said, that outfit, never wear it again. When we got out, we went somewhere. And then I came. He dropped me off at home. I was like, huh? And I remember feeling insecure, but I thought it was cute, and I think it was pretty cute. But here we are years later. We had a baby years later. We don't get along now. We never was nothing back then. We wasn't even having SCX back then. But he thought he was helping or whatever, but he's so vain. He's always been like a materialistic type of person. Like, everything is, look what I got on, look what I bought, look at my shoe. Like, oh, that's why I have no respect for him. Anyway, but whatever, like, but overall, above that, that's the only man who ever said something about anything I ever did, unless he really liked it or something, and him like, oh, I really like that, now that I like, but not try this or do this, or, you know, like, I've never experienced it. I really haven't. But I do feel like men who like you gonna like you for who you are, whoever you are, wherever you are. Are there certain things that men like more than others? I just think whatever you feel beautiful in, or whatever you feel beautiful as, or whatever makes you feel confident. And you know, because even with dating now, when women say, oh, is he gonna care about my hair doing this and care about my hair doing that, I don't feel like that. I feel like that's only bitch stuff. I think that's just womanly man stuff. I don't, but this girl, she knew that she looked different than her pictures, but not totally different that it wasn't her. But I feel like anybody who's dating, why wouldn't you ask to see their body? Anybody who's dating, why wouldn't you ask them to get up in the camera? So I feel like he was hiding something too. And like somebody say, maybe he was a 1 or 2 trying to tell her she a 1 or 2 and he a 1 or 2, a 1 or 2. And I feel like that's totally legit, because who stays on a date and eats with somebody? When did men start caring about women's feelings, especially black women's feelings? I don't care where these men at. He had ulterior motive, and he thought she was going to pay for that date. And I think a win is a win, and she didn't pay for the date. And I think she did a great job. Look at me, she did a great job. No, but people want to, oh, you used him for his time, you used him for his money. A real man just don't got time for all that. And a real man would have been honest with her and went back home like, okay, I really don't want to do this. I'm not that into you, but thanks for coming. And bye. Just real, like, why? Why would you waste your time and somebody else's time you know you don't like them? to see what he can get out that girl. That's all it was. Because some attraction was there. Something was there that he wanted to talk to her and keep talking to her. And even if they sat in silence, even me as a woman, if a man told me he wasn't that into me, or I don't look nothing like my pictures, or I would have left. Because I wouldn't have wanted to waste my time or his time, because time is of the essence. And who has time to keep wasting time on people? Because he already telling you he don't like you like that. Some people thought she was laughing at the end. I think she was really crying, because when you cry, you show your teeth. But some people, every time something come out, it's always a skit and a scam. Let me get some of my nerves, girl. But I really don't care if y'all feel like she catfished him or not. I just feel like black women going viral is always like a blessing and a curse. And like I said, I can sit here and wish and hope and pray that my stuff just go through the roof. I don't really feel like that no more. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it always seemed like it backfired. And she got to go through all this bullying and stuff online. But I think when you online, you should expect that. Not that people don't try to bully me. They have tried in the past, but I've just made such a staple in who I am and what I am that people don't do it because they can't. They can't. Because my mouth then went so, like, when I used to be on here, and not like, oh, you're such a non-factor. That's what people do. When you are something they ignore. That's what black people do. Think about the girls you knew who was quiet and funny looking, and they just ignored her, and then she grew up to be like a beautiful flower and grew up to make good money, and all that ignoring just really had her cultivating herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I got older, I got cuter. I got beauty later. I was a late bloomer. People wasn't paying no attention to me. I made people laugh, but people wasn't checking for me or trying to be my guy or looking. So when I got beautiful, I was still weird, I was still quirky, I was still me, and I didn't care. It's like, okay, you like me now, so that don't mean that you like me when I was fat and funny looking, so what are you talking to me for? So now I'm really arrogant, because I was lonely and cultivated and had self-esteem and belief in myself already, because being lonely, I had to be like that when I was a kid. Yeah, I had friends. You have friends that you talk to and stuff. I was always good at faking and being around and mending and molding and bending for people. But of course, still being myself, but knowing how to accommodate others. But it's still like, even Twitter, they not going to say nothing. They not going to check me. They not going to say nothing, because they know I'm going to get in that ASS. Yes, I'm going to get in there. I don't play that. But I think when you open yourself up, like, even if I did go viral, would I be vulnerable to attack for real? Yeah, for people who wasn't exposed to me. But as far as the YouTube streets, we all know each other. We all go to the same spots. We all hang out. When you're a black woman creator or a creator, period, we all know each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's just my bravery and my audacity and my courage that intimidates people, because they want you to be timid about yourself or meek and mild and not have confidence. Every black woman has really went through and accomplished too much for y'all to be walking around with all this so low self-esteem and all this self-doubt. And the only thing that's making you doubt is when you're thinking about friends and family and old situations that you can't change, that black people created to make you feel less than. They've been doing it for years. And you is not the only one. So let it go, move on, and go find something that's about you, for you, and make you happy. And if you don't do that, you can keep with that pity party and that Debbie Downer, because they're going to keep you down, because that's their job. That's what they do. That's how they roll. You think they're going to keep me down? You think somebody going to stop my show? You think somebody going to stop what I got going? Girl, I will see y'all on the dip side, on the flip side, girl. And whatever this video was about, it feel like a success. I'm going to put it out. Whatever this. Girl, we just do it to do it. I don't. But I don't know. I got to get my mojo back. 3-time baby mama giving dating advice. No, it's the 3-time mama auntie. Okay, the auntie neighbor who care about y'all future, girl. And to let y'all know, like, it's not. Dating is hard, but I think it's hard because women don't know who they are. And then also they have like that new 4B movement. I was thinking about doing a video on that, right? Right, like, and are black women able to participate in the 4B? But some people talking about black women and can't leave black men alone. I don't know. I think they want it. I think they yearn for it. But I think the numbers is speaking for themselves with black women not getting pregnant. Whatever they want or yearn for, they don't feel like they need to have a kid to prove it. And I'm happy about that. I'm finna go, girl. Innovative, creative. See you later. Be beautiful now. And smart. And delicate and dainty. Or be a dragon and a disaster. Whatever you like. Figure it out. And I'll support you. Bye.